Greetings guitar players, my name's Jack Jennings, and in this video you're going to see part of a Zoom class that I was doing with a few students. I've started something called the Indian Classical Guitar Academy, where I just get together small groups and we go through all the details of the music. So enjoy the rest of this video and it'll just give you a little insight into how things work in my group sessions. So take care and I'll see you on another video. So we just play like sa, ga, sa, ni, sa, and ga, ga, sa, ga, and all the different variations. Ga, ga, sa, ga, all the variations with the ga. And then we keep going on from there. So ma, pa, ma, ga, ma. What you can really start to do with this is really material for the Alap style of improvisation. But the musicality really comes in when you start to use the different expressive techniques and you change the way that you approach each note, and you can do all kinds of things with the timing as well. So for example, just back to that first one, you could play maybe starting fast and ending slow, like sa ga sa ni sa, or sa ga sa ni sa. Okay, so this is almost like an anagram. If you've got a word and you take all the different letters and you think, well, what happens if I take this one and put it in front, or I take the one from the middle and put it round? It's like we're doing that, but with timing. So what happens if we do like something long, fast, and then slow? Or what about slow, slow, fast? Okay, it's so musical. In a way it's quite, doing it by the numbers, just trying all the different variations. But you don't have to be super methodical about it. You can just try to imagine and hear just different variations. So if I go into a bit more of a performing mode for a moment, just to give you guys an idea of, I'm going to use really specifically these ideas, but I'm hopefully going to show how it's just very musical when it's put together, okay? That was all the first combination. I took a few liberties, but it was pretty much just sa, ga, sa, ni, sa every time. Now, what about the next one? You can have loads of fun here. Okay, and I could go on and on, but this sort of sounds like the Alap section. Okay, so what I'm trying to show here is a really simple kind of nuts and bolts way of looking at the Alap, to say, right, how are we going to just move gradually through the Raag and explore each little corner of the Raag, each little section of notes. It's really good to think of maybe 3 notes at a time. And what you'll notice when you listen to a musician do the Alap, and it's quite an expanded version, you can sort of compress an Alap down to sort of 2 minutes, or to just a very short introduction. But if you hear the Alap, which is maybe something like 10 minutes before they even really reach that high sa. So it's taking about 10 minutes just to explore like one octave. This is how it's sort of done. This is one way to do it at least, and each little bit of the rag you can try to make the most out of that. So what you'll notice is that they could spend quite a long time just with a few notes, and it's almost a bit mysterious, like how is this music continually doing something new and keeping my attention and expanding the language of the notes, but we've only just played the first 3 or 4 notes of the rag, you know. So this is one way to start to look at that. And when you're really performing with this, you'll be tempted to drift into to add other notes, and that's all fine. It doesn't have to be so strict. So for example, if I'm playing, I might feel like going back to knee, pa. But I come back to the place I left off. I come back to that range of notes, and then you're moving on, and you're reaching pa, and that pa tends to become sort of like a little new center that you can focus around pa, unless it's a rag that doesn't use pa very much, you know. And you can also just take your material just down to like 2 notes and just. So just forget about patterns for a moment, just see what you can do. Just changing the duration of like the string bends. But then when you're wondering, okay, what to do next, then you've got a pattern. The pa ni pa ma pa. So you just keep kind of moving on like this, and I've told you guys this a few times, but it's always good to remember that when you play starting to build up to knee, you get this sensation that knee is kind of yearning for that high sa. But we're not going to go straight to it, we're going to try to delay that. So we'll build up. Doing things that I find really effective are bending up to the notes, like, and then sliding to it. So it's like saying the same thing but just with 2 different words, you know. So I'm always just playing up there, but I'll change it. Maybe I'll go pick, hammer, and slide, and then I'll go bend, and then maybe that was like a trill. So without making it too repetitive, I'm insisting on the same note, because it really builds up this expectation. And then even like, sorry, I'll try that again, like, you know, going from lower down just to kind of build up a bit of expectation, you know. And then when you very confidently then play, and then you arrive on that high sa, but after you've delayed it, then it has this feeling of, right, that's the resolution, we've really opened that up. So often at your slow bend, like, and then just to be safe, it's nice to then just fret the note. You can bend, and then if you're really confident about it, then you can pluck it in that bent position. And you can use the chikaris, or if you're in drop D, you can use that. You can go sort of play that low drop D. Just to get that whole. kind of really opening up the sound of the instrument.